In this video, we'll talk about how and when to correct student errors. When thinking about error correction, it's essential to consider the purpose of the activity. The purpose of the activity dictates which errors we correct and how. First, we'll look at some examples of accuracy activities. Accuracy is about getting things right, about not making mistakes that impair meaning. Accuracy is important because it can impact students' ability to communicate what they actually want to say. When students are practicing a new grammar point, new vocabulary, or a new pronunciation skill, we are usually focusing on accuracy. These activities usually have right answers. So let's look at some examples of accuracy activities from an intermediate level class. Notice how only errors related to each activity's purpose are corrected. Unrelated errors are not corrected. We've got our comma here. Where else do we need one? After Thursday, we need one here. And you're right, what do we need with Thursday? Capital T, yep. Big T. How about here? Period, good, okay. In this activity, we are using students' sentences as the material for looking at how to form the present perfect. We look at several correct examples before using an incorrect example that illustrates a common student error. So for example, let's look at a wrong example. When I looked at your yellow paper, I saw many examples like this. I have been worked at Literacy Connects for 2 years. We have the subject. We have. What happened here? We got 2 verbs. We only want 1 verb. So, we don't want that verb. I have worked at Literacy Connects for 2 years. Look at your yellow paper. Look at your neighbor's yellow paper and check. In the following example, students have written dialogues between a doctor and a patient. The purpose for the activity is for students to practice the new symptoms vocabulary and their pronunciation. Notice how only errors related to this purpose are corrected.
You must to have a rest and drink a lot of water. You will be right.
Good doctor. Check your pronunciation of
Jocelyn,
ache.
stomachache,
Ache. Yep, headache, stomachache. Now let's look at a fluency example. In fluency activities, we create opportunities for students to express themselves and use workaround strategies if they're missing necessary vocabulary. In these activities, we just want students to gain confidence and flow in their English. We rarely correct errors in fluency activities unless the error changes what the student is trying to say. In this activity, students are sharing a dialogue that they wrote. All right, Merve and Frank. Can you guys go?
Hello, what's your problem?
It's funny.
How long have you been toothache?
It lasts 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
I should do some tests. It seems inflammation on gum. I can do canal operation or filling. I must anesthesize your gum.
Thanks for editing.
To recap, in accuracy activities, we're looking for a right answer. Whereas in fluency activities, there isn't really a right answer. Rather, it's about communication of meaning. Both types of activities are important for English language acquisition. The accuracy activities help students develop the English they need to be successful in the fluency activities. Remember that when correcting accuracy activities, we want to encourage self-reflection. We can ask, are you sure? If a student makes an error. And we also want to encourage peer correction. If we hear errors, we can say, what do you think, class? In a fluency activity, we want to resist the urge to interrupt students unless we can't understand their meaning. We can take notes about errors and use them for later lesson planning and review.